Konnichiwa, Hotshots, and welcome back to the Big Brain Hotshot Show. I'm Mr. Gabe, and as a reminder, our word of the week is create. Today we're going to make the first dish I ever learned to create in the kitchen, a fried egg. Eggs are very versatile. You can use them as ingredients in baking to create something new. You can add them to dishes such as ramen or hamburgers to kick up the flavor a notch. And you can prepare them in a variety of ways to suit your personal palate. All you need is an egg, some oil such as butter or vegetable oil, a skillet, and a stovetop. I have an electric stovetop here, so if you're using a gas range or a portable cooktop, it might look a little different, but the creation process is pretty much the same. First, we want to allow our skillet or pan some time to warm up. I go with medium heat because if you go too high, the egg will burn and not cook all the way through. If you go too low, it will take forever to cook. Depending upon the type of pan and the cooktop you're using, it can take a few minutes for your pan to warm up. Since every pan and cooktop take a different amount of time to heat up, you can get some water and then sprinkle it directly on the pan. If it's hot and ready, you'll hear a little sizzle. If not, you can try again in a few minutes. I don't know if you can hear it sizzling, but I sprinkled some water, so that means it's ready to go. We're going to add some oil. We use oil so our egg doesn't stick to the pan, and you can use various types of butter, aerosol sprays, or regular oil depending upon what you have available. I'm going to add in just a little bit of vegetable oil today. After that, I'm going to pick up the pan and carefully move the oil around to ensure it coats the whole surface. Now that the pan's ready, we're going to crack our egg on a flat surface. And just so you know, it took me many times practicing to be able to crack an egg with just the right amount of force. Now that the egg is in the pan and sizzling, we're going to let it cook for a few minutes, typically about 3. You can see here the egg whites have begun to set, it's gotten a little crispy on the edges, and it's gotten a lot more firm overall. That's our sign that the egg is about ready to flip. You can use a spatula, spoon, or just use the pan if you want to flip the egg to cook it for another few minutes. I'm going to use a spatula. Now that the egg has been flipped, I typically cook it for about another 2 minutes or so because I like my yolk fairly cooked. You can cook it for a little longer or a little less depending upon your preference. Now that it's been about 2 minutes, the egg is ready to be eaten. I love a fried egg with some hot sauce on some whole grain toast to start my day or just as a light snack. Tomorrow we're going to discuss how we can create the perfect movement for us. So come back and join us on the Big Brain Hotshot Show, and don't forget to follow.